Martinsville Speedway, where we are tonight for race number 10, as we are 2 races away from the final 4. And tonight, the penultimate round of the regular season at this half-mile paperclip, as we welcome you into Martinsville for the Martinsville 200 here at, again, Martinsville Speedway. I am the captain. We welcome you into 65 degrees ambient temp, 72 down on track. We're going to start here as we go into the twilight hours and end at night for 200 laps here around the Martinsville Speedway here in Virginia. It's going to be a great race, and we're glad you're here to join us here on Captain TV as we are counting down to 400 subscribers on the channel, and I saw 399 just a minute ago sign in, so who knows who will be number 400. The next subscriber is it, believe it or not. And we've hit that number, but we're still here tonight to do some great racing around a very fun short track that can definitely have its moments and make a lot of people angry when it is all over with. So we appreciate, again, everybody joining us. Let's take a look at the point standings as we enter this 10th race of the season. As you see, there's only been 2 winners so far. Dylan Alt has pretty much dominated the series. Bill Alt has got the win at Talladega, and the rest of the guys battling really closely for the points. And, well, needless to say, this week has been very interesting, and there are a lot of changes in the series again this week. It's been a sort of dramatic season, unfortunately, for the series, but nothing that we're going to take into a negative way. As we go down to the starting lineup, we are about to grid for the race. There's only going to be 13 cars, looks like, taking a green flag this evening, and that is basically because woohoo, 400, woohoo! All right, let's go to 500 now. Andy Moore wins the pole on the draft that we did last night, of course, spinning the wheel. And Andy Moore will win the pole. Ryan White will start second. Brian Perry going to start third alongside Dylan Alt. Cameron Ingram in his second account over here going to start in row number 3 alongside Ben Dunn. Zach Colleen and Bill Alt. Cedric Ingram, Travis Sadzillo in row number 5. Row number 6 will be Ralph Fasano in drift. And the 13th car in the race that will start last on the field will be Sean Peachin. So basically, I had a little bit of drama last week on Discord and had to make some decisions to make some moves in the league. And that is kind of part of the reason that the field is shorter this week. And as we just continue to work on some things, and sometimes you just got to do what you got to do when it's over with. Not something I like to do personally, because I think everybody in the league's great, and it's been fun to work with, but sometimes on the track, you just don't get along. And that's probably the more important part to get along here, because this is a racing league. Just putting it out there. Anyways, one to go before we take the green flag. And they'll go 200 laps here. As you see, the sun going to start to set. We'll end pretty close to nighttime. Sunset's going to be about 8:20 Martinsville time. And this race is set up to be right on May 15th, just like it is here tonight. As Virginia's Andy Moore is going to bring them down to the green flag for 200 laps. The Sunset Arctic Games USRC Grand National Series. Make sure to check out Voltic Pistol on Steam for sale right now. Echoblade coming later this year. And the green flag is coming now. Martinsville, here we go. Brian Perry, a little bit of a lock up there in the right front. Easy to do here. As Andy Moore leads lap 1 and yells out, yay! That's Dylan Alt to the outside of Ryan White. Dylan's been by far the fastest car in the series. And he's definitely showing his speed. I see some damage already on the one there of Cameron Ingram. He's gotten into somebody. Looks like maybe that's just the paint, the chrome illusion on that blue. That looks pretty cool, actually. Down into turn 3 and 4. Again, you do not want to get, if you've never watched a race here at Martinsville, you never want to go outside the concrete of the corners. And Dylan Alt going to take the lead as Andy Moore led 4 laps. As Dylan Alt showing his speed and taking off and going to the front. As Brian Perry going to move to the outside and let Bill Alt go by for position. That is the father of Dylan. Here comes Sean Peachy to the inside. And the Vegas driver going to make the move. Lap times around here are going to be about 20 seconds or so, and eventually will fall off to about 21 to 22 second laps, so on and so forth. And again, we do got our track cams in play tonight. Track cams for Gourmets. Thanks to them for being a part of the Captain TV broadcast. As you see real life TV cameras here on the stream. And again, thank you to them for allowing us to broadcast their camera work presented by It's Van there. He does all the work here and puts these cameras to work, and that's what allows you to see what looks like real NASCAR action on a simulator. So Dylan out to a 2.5 second lead right now. As you see Ryan White there in the 3rd position, Cameron Ingram there in 4th. Let's go back here, a pass for position. Cedric Ingram gonna slide underneath Brian Perry, who continues to struggle. He is falling back to the 10th position. Ryan White here in the 10 car, running in the 3rd position right there behind the 45 of Andy Moore. Andy, as I mentioned, from the Virginia area. Kind of irony to see a Virginian on the pole, and that's what we got tonight. Three sets of tires in the pits tonight, so I'm pretty sure these guys are going to need those pretty quickly. This track does eat up the tires pretty well. This pack here starting to kind of get tighter with each other. Zach Kalinin right here behind Bill Alt, who's behind Cameron Ingram, who's behind Ryan White. Not the easiest place to pass. Good fight here. And we got trouble on the track. Jacob Glandulich's drift has gone around here in turn 4. Caution's going to come out for the first time. And a little bit of damage to the 14 car. They do have a reset to use. The caution's going to come out for the first time at lap 14. Drift. See what happens to the old 14 here. He's just going to loop it around. Unfortunately releases the brake pedal and goes down and hits the wall. It's a little bit of a self-spin. Not sure if it just came around on him there. We'll go on board here real quickly and we can see as Drift will come to pit road and get the car fixed. Probably too much wheel. Got a little tight there, probably mid-corner, a little too much wheel. And gassed it. And caution number 1 out on the track. Nobody a lap down right now, so Drift will get his damage fixed, get back out there hopefully on the track, and rejoin the field here at lap number 16. And Dylan, as we talked about, has been the guy that's dominated this series. But the real cool thing we've been seeing a lot more of out of Dylan lately is people have been going to him and he's been giving them advice. He's telling them exactly what settings he's running when it comes to brake bias, steering, and stuff like that. They're trying to help these other drivers out so that you know, they could become better people and better drivers and stuff. And Dylan, obviously, one of the better drivers in iRacing, period. But as we've tried to promote here in this series, it is more about the fun, and just having a good time on a Saturday night racing the right way. And we've seen that at times, and we haven't seen it at times, unfortunately. But I'm not going to let that stop. But Dylan Alt leads. Moore, White, Ingram, and Bill Alt in the top 5. Drift did not use his reset. You can see his a bit of a hole there in that 14 back there. Dylan back on the loud pedal. Ryan White going to be second now as he gets a jump and moves up. Bill Alt going to go to third. Sean Peachin, the Vegas driver, running now in the 4th position after starting dead last in the field. You see the sun setting over there in turn 4 right now. On that back end, it was getting a little swervy there. He had to kind of turn the wheel right to turn left, a little loose on entry, I guess, as he was. He's going to get past to the inside. Here comes the one of Cameron Ingram. John holding him off right now on the outside. Not able to clear quite yet. You see Cameron, a little bit of body damage on that right side. Must have been against the wall, but makes the pass. So move Cameron up to the 4th position. Caterpillar number 45. It's all about rhythm. So you just find your marks and you just run them. see up there, pass for second. Bill Alt going to go by Ryan White. And done back here, the Kool-Aid car. Going to make a move on the pepperoni machine. Cedric ran Wednesday night's Great Lakes Truck Series truck race at Talladega and was in competition to win the thing, and unfortunately involved in a big wreck towards the end. But Cedric looked really good in that race. We're proud of him after that. Again, as a broadcaster, I can't really show bias, but after the race, I definitely I didn't get a chance to talk to him or anything, but I was definitely happy for him. I was like, man, he was doing a good job. A lot of guys did a good job in that race. Getting a little loose, Sean is, but everybody's doing a good job for the most part, being patient, learning the track, letting it come to him. Again, it's going to gain grip as it gets darker. The track does cool down. Already a track down to 71 degrees. Almost getting into the back of the 10, but gives him room. I don't want to give him the bumper yet. Too early to do anything like that. Just being patient. Careful not to hit that wall. It will affect the car aero-wise. I mean, these Grand National cars very, very forgiving, I guess, when you compare them to the other cars down here, like the trucks and the cup cars and stuff. Of course, they have the composite bodies in real life, which actually can pop back out. As Sean, he gets it deep into the corner, then almost runs into the back of Cameron. That's a slider to the inside. Here it comes. 21 looking low. Dillon up to about a 5-second lead right now over his father Bill, and then Ryan White, Cameron Ingram. We got trouble. Setzillo goes around the spam machine, and that brings out the second caution. Let's see what happens to Travis real quick in the old Lake Speed Spam Ford Mustang. Reminds me of those mid-90s number 9 Melling cars with Lake Speed driving them. Goes in the corner and just gets in. The back end just comes around. And that's going to bring the second caution out here in the race. We're going to step away for a quick second and come back and get more racing here from Martinsville Speedway on Captain TV. All right, back here at Martinsville Speedways, we wrap up the second caution, lap 37. Self-spin from Travis Sidzilla. It's a good racing, a lot of passing so far in the field. And we'll come back to the green flag as Drift is just leaving pit road. Dylan Alt going to lead him back to the green. Bill Alt, Cameron Ingram, Ryan White, Sean Peachin, your top 5. So I mentioned last night, I kind of teed a bump attack there between the 4 and 62. Perry under attack. Ben Dunn going to go behind the 4. I mentioned last night in the BPRL race that tonight I would hope to announce something for Memorial Day. Well, I'm all but done with it. Oh, whoa, whoa, almost got ran over. We got trouble here in turn 1. I'm not sure what has happened, but the field is checked up. It looks like everybody's okay. Looks like cooler head's going to prevail. Whatever happened with Sean Peachin, he's okay now. So what we were talking about is, and I kind of put a post over in the Discord page just now, a little bit ago. As you know, Pops and I created this league back in 2012, and he, unfortunately, 4 years ago in June, passed away from cancer. And yeah, I miss that guy to death, and wish that I could do everything I can for him. And you know, I did something a couple years ago where I ran a 6-hour Watkins Glen race and raised money for the American Cancer Society, and it was a success. And you know, all I've seen here in the last probably 5 or 6, even longer, I mean, almost a year, months to a year, and even longer, it seems like I'm just seeing people, more and more people being either diagnosed with cancer or losing loved ones to cancer and stuff. And as the hashtag says, and I'm not scared to say it, it sucks. And I think I want to do something again for it. And I'm in the process of one thing. But there is one thing I'm going to say tonight that I am going to do. And that is coming up later on this month, in the month of May, the end of the month, at the Charlotte 600 NIS races. I attempted this last year, and for the most part, I did okay. I wasn't able to run all the races, or I was able to run all of them, but I didn't finish them all because of wrecks and stuff like that. But this season, I'm going to go for it again, but this time I'm going to put a reason behind it. And that is I'm going to run all 2,400 miles of the 600 miles at Charlotte. The Thursday night NIS, the Saturday morning 6 a.m., Saturday afternoon at noon, and the Sunday at 9 p.m. I have no broadcast that weekend. I have no, I'm not working that weekend, so I'm actually off work. So I am coming out and I am going to raise money for the American Cancer Society again. I've seen some of the work they've done on their website, and they have a lot of gamers versus cancer type of benefits that they do and stuff. So I figured, you know what, let's go for it. So there's going to be 2 parts to this. Step 1 is the 2,400 miles against cancer. I haven't really come up with a name with it yet, but I'm coming with it soon. And that is going to be, again, Memorial Day weekend. I'm going to run 4 of the 600-mile races. Oh, and by the way, I'm bringing out an old friend, too, for that race. I haven't showed anybody. I've only showed a couple people this, but yeah, I'm bringing out an old friend, and that's this guy right here. I'm going to pop it up here and let you guys see it on the screen. Yeah, there's my old Captain Morgan car from back 8 years ago that I used to run. Yeah, it's coming back, and it's going to run in that race with me. A shout out to David Fish, who is actually a cancer survivor himself. He made that paint 8 years ago Still iRaces to this day, and you know, it was my chance to, you know, do something, and I figured, you know, it's time to bring the old captain car back out. So I'm going to put in that car, race it that weekend in Charlotte, and go for my best to my favorite track, and go run 2,400 miles on it and try to raise money for cancer. Now, the other event, I'm working on it. I can't really say anything yet because I don't want to tease it and not be able to do it. So it's a work in progress. I got a couple of final pieces to put together in it, and hopefully I will be able to announce it maybe by tomorrow, if not Monday. What I can say about it is it will include a lot of racing. That's what I can say. So, anyways, back to the race. 53 laps in here. Dylan Alt continues to dominate. Bill Alt there in second. Cameron Ingram, Ben Dunn, Ryan White, and in this good little battle here, this car is probably the closest battle you're seeing with Ingram, Andy Moore, Jacob Gladulich, or Drift, as we know him as. You got Sean Peachin right here, about 3/10 of a second ahead of Brian Perry also. White's starting to be attacked right now. Zach Lean in there behind him. Cedric Ingram, Andy Moore. 5 cars all underneath the blanket right here going for it. The sun is getting lower and lower over there in turn 4. We've had a couple cars come to pit road here. Ben Dunn's been on pit road. He took tires, it looks like, and he is up to the 4th position right there. You had a couple other cars come in for either tires or get damage fixed, so on and so forth in this race. Again, 3 sets in the pits to get you in these 200 laps. Oh, contact! Cedric into the 74. Did he save it? I think he did. Immediately Cedric got on the microphone, said, "That's my fault. Didn't mean to do that to you." Fantastic stuff here as Dylan continues to lead. As he's coming up on the back of the field here to put him a lap down. He's already put Ralph a lap down. Now coming up on the 62 of Brian Perry and Sean Peachin to put them a lap down. That now battle between friends here, Andy Moore and Drift. Andy was the pole sitter tonight on that random draw. Started up on the pole and has fallen back here to 8th. A little bit of rear end damage there. I wonder if there was contact between him and Sean earlier, and that was the comment that was made about was Sean okay or something. I heard that in headphones, and I wasn't sure. Next week, the final race of the regular season Atlanta Motor Speedway. Before we start, the Final Four. What the Final Four is, for those who've never seen this format, unless somebody else came up with it before I did. Basically, it's 4 races on 4 different tracks. We have a super speedway, a road course, a short track, and a 1.5 miles. And the 10 drivers in the points will be scored from 10 to 1. They will be racing pretty much themselves while they race the field. And however they finish amongst each other will decide the points they get. So, for instance, if the top 10 in points finish, say, no better than 5th in a race, and that's the leader, like the top guy in the final 4 points finishes 5th, he'll get 10 points for finishing 5th because he'll be the best finisher out of the top 10 drivers. And it goes all the way down to 1. So it's almost a point system within a point system. Basically, we'll crown a champion from that point system. So basically, it comes down to who is the best finisher on average in the 4 races will win the championship. Something a little different, like a chase, but different. As Ryan White continues to hold on up here in the 5th position here. Cedric's hands in there doing some work. He's down to the corner. Watch his hands turn left here. Right there, he gets close to the bumper. A lot of wheel into it. You can see the tightness right there from Cedric. I think iRacing needs to find a way to get white gloves on all the drivers so we can see their hands. So I mentioned Ben came in and got tires and fuel. Now he cannot make it all the way on fuel. I can tell you that right now. You cannot go 165 laps on a tank of fuel here in Martinsville. As Sean Peachin's on pit road, unscheduled pit stop for the 21. I wonder if this is a tire stop potentially. He did take the reset, 4 tires and fuel. And he'll come out at least 2 laps down. As there he goes. Yeah, he did get the reset, so that car's fixed up. And he's going to have fresh tires. The field's spread out now. This might not be a bad strategy here to try. I mean, he's running back in the 12th position. Why not? Go for it. And he's going to actually come out ahead of Dylan here. His toughest challenge, though, is these 5 cars right here that are all battling for position. Cedric's going to get to the inside of Ryan. This is actually this is going to make this really fun now, watching Sean try to come up through here. He gets by Zach. Here he comes to the inside of Andy. Cedric protecting that bottom. Sean's going to try the outside, maybe a crossover move here back to the bottom. Oh, a little bit of wheel smoke. Oh, and a 14 parks it. Looks like Ryan White and Drift locked it up, and that brings out the caution. And that is not what Sean Peachin wanted. Third caution, lap 75, and the leaders are going to be coming to pit road. Now, I'm sure Sean's going to take a wave around here. Four tires and fuel for that low-line racing Toyota. happens. Here in a drift line, misjudged the corner with the 10 here, so let's see. Oh yeah, you got in the back of it. Yo, 10 almost got it in. Yeah, drift hits the barrels. It's never a good scenario when you're the one that causes the accident by accident, but then you get the worst of it from the guy playing an Olay move on the barrels and you hit them. Never good. That's what it looks like. You're watching it. Drift comes up in the back of the 10. He's going to hit him. And all of a sudden, they're heading for the barrels. 10's going to say, "Oh, excuse me." Oh, and there's Drift. Oh, wait a minute. He like lays it. We're going to have some cars get the wave around. They will probably delay the caution a lap here. And this will allow those who got the wave around to come back around and start on back at the back of the field instead of trying to catch up and stuff. Kind of a good move to do here at a track like Martinsville. It's just such a short track that it can really mess up some things. Good racing so far here in the first 80 laps. Yes, Dylan Alt's dominated as we expected, but you know, there's been great battles from about 3rd through 8th in the field. So that final 4, let's pull up the schedule here real quickly while we are under caution. We'll get 1 to green, I think, next time by. Here's your schedule for the rest. You got Atlanta Motor Speedway next week, as that'll be the final race of the regular season, and then we go into June. And that's where Daytona comes into play. That'll be the first race of the final 4. Then we go to Watkins Glen. Then we go to Iowa, and then Chicagoland. So there's the 4 different style tracks. And go from there. So it's going to be a very fun Final 4 coming up here. Starting up here in just a couple of weeks. And the best driver on average finish and stuff like that for the Final 4 races will win the championship. So here we go. We're going to turn it up here for you. You got your speakers up. Let's blast them and go wide open here on Captain TV as we go green. Oh, we got one spinning right ahead here. Ryan White has gone around in the 10. And that brings out the 4th caution here, lap 86. Should mention Cameron Ingram had gotten by Bill Alt for second. That happened just a few laps back. Let's watch the pass. That pass for the second position, so Cameron has moved up as we are 12 laps away from halfway. I do appreciate the viewers watching tonight. I've seen up to 18 viewers this evening, so I appreciate that. I know it's not the biggest field in the world tonight, but you know, it's been some good racing and stuff. And I used to be a guy that wanted to see big fields, but over the years, I've come down to realize that the bigger the field, the chances are you're gonna have more of a wreck fest. And you know, sometimes a field like this can put on the best racing in the world. You know. Especially when you're around a good group of guys, those kind of things can happen. So Fasano and Drift on pit road, not sure if we get damage fixed, I'm assuming so. Back and get the green flag next time by, which leaves 108 laps to go. Now the guys who pit from here can make it on fuel. They can easily go 100 laps on fuel. Tomorrow night we'll have the Voltic Pistol Racing League Cup Series. That'll be from the Watkins Glen International Raceway, the Clash Series. Looking forward to that coming up tomorrow night, 8 o'clock Eastern Time. Monday night's the iRacing Truck Series from Richmond Raceway. And then we'll come up Tuesday night's the iRacing IndyCar Series from Indianapolis, the annual Indianapolis 250. Next couple nights here on Captain TV as the green has come back out. Cameron battling here on the outside of Bill Alt. He's going to make the move and take second away as to the inside comes Cedric Ingram back here on Ben Dunn. Oh, little contact. They tried to clear each other there, weren't able to. And now comes Andy Moore. And shout outs to Track Cam's 4 Gourmets for, oh, and Ben's in the wall. Andy checks up. I think Ben spun the tires a little bit. They're coming off the corner. Nice job by Andy to check up and not cause something there. But I was about to say, shout out to Track Cam's 4 Gourmets. Of course, they are the cameras that you're seeing here at work on Captain TV, so appreciate it, Sven, and what he does, the job to put these really cool cameras in. These drone shots, we call them. Gives you a different look, but if you're a fan of oval cameras or road course or rallycross or fan experiences or even VR, you can go to trackcams22.com and check out all the packages he has to offer you and look for your favorite. And who knows, you could have different camera shots like this looking at the crowd at Martinsville and Watch these cars go to battle for 103 more laps. Easily here the best fight on the track. Let's go back here and check out Drift and Ralph battling it out. Drift in the 9th spot. Ralph Fasano there in the 10th. Brian Perry there behind him in 11th. Of course, Martinsville famous for short track racing, the backstretch train that you saw in the scenic shot at the beginning of the broadcast. And of course, the Martinsville hot dog and a grandfather clock too. The winner gets a grandfather clock each year. In real life, the Martinsville hot dogs you can get for $2 every time you go to Martinsville. And they're their own entity. As Drift has gone around in turn 4 again and brings the caution out. Drift is not having a good night. And here comes the leaders back to pit road. Will this be the second set of tires, or will they top off the fuel cell? Tires in fuel and everybody pulls away. Couple cars looks like staying out. Cedric Ingram, Ralph Fasano. Let's go back and see what happened to Drift here real quick. Oh, he gets on the curve and it brings him around. The cars do not like the curve. There's your leader right there, Cedric Ingram. Sean Peaching got the lucky dog. He's back on the lead lap. 11 out of the 13 cars now on the lead lap still. Drift is actually on the tail end. Look at the wave around here when he gets one to go this time by. Drift's digging, trying to get back to the field here, and they actually wave off the green flag here to let Drift get up there, which is something they did in the last caution when they had a waiver out. So they're doing it again, keeping it consistent. Third through ninth, all pitted at lap 103. So they have the fresher tires here. It looks like everybody did take tires on that pit stop for the most part. So those guys should be down to one set of tires now to get them to the finish. As Ingram leads them to the green flag, Ralph Fasano, Dylan Alt. A little over-under move, road course move right there, that where some of the comparisons you see of Martinsville being to a road course. You can kind of send it in there pretty deep as we see some contact. Bill Alt's up against the wall. Oh, and father-son make a little contact. Cedric comes on the microphone. I love you too. Here comes Billy inside of Ryan White now. Got Helene in there behind him. Then done, and there's Sean Peachin back on the lead lap after being 2 laps down, trying to do a strategic pit stop during a green flag run, and unfortunately, of course, the caution comes out about 5 laps after it. You know, and JT just mentioned in the admin chat, that's a fair point. We have a father-son duo battle up in the front 4 right now. We have the Alt family versus the Ingram family. Dylan and for you, and matter of fact, the young cats are beating the dads. One thing I think about my dad when I say this, and it's funny because the last couple of weekends, you know, I've taken my daughter, who's now 2 years old. We go out and we'll go to a parking flag kite, and she'll sit there and grab it, and at times she'll go chasing the kite and stuff, and I have to go chase her before she falls or something or whatever. And I can't help every time that happens. I just thought about this as I'm watching this happening. That Dad would always tell me when I was a young kid. And, he might have passed 4 years ago, but I still think about it to this day. He said, no matter how old you get, son, and how old I get, I'll always catch your ass. That was his exact words to me. Now, obviously, I don't say it like that. Oh, that's such a true statement. No matter what I did, he would always catch me. If I ran, he would catch me. As the battle is on here, Bill Alt to the inside to Cedric Ingram, makes the pass. Two laps to go. Sky's getting darker. Lights are going to start to come on here at Martinsville as sunset, again, I mentioned, was about 8:20 race time. And let's show the weather up here on the screen. Right now we're just shy of 8 o'clock. So track temp down to 70 degrees now. So slowly and slowly this track's gaining grip. That's where you're seeing a lot of these cars not getting so loose anymore coming off the corner. I say that as Ryan White gets loose. Oh, Ben Dunn, hold on back there. He was all sideways. Guys, don't make me look stupid here. He's still sideways. Oh, can he hold on? He does. Ryan trying to hold off Felina here for position. See how patient you got to be rolling back to the throttle in this car. Oh, he's on the curve. The car doesn't like the curve. As Bill Alt now starting to wind in Cameron for position for second. Oh, caution out. Trouble on the track for the 74, Zach Kalinin. And the 6 caution. Let's see what happens to Zach real quick. Downers got to be patient, running with the 10 as Cedric Ingram and Sean Peachin come to pit road, and the 74 just does a little move, and everybody gets around it. It's a good save by the 74. We're going to come back. We'll step away for a second as you're watching Captain TV's coverage of the USRC Sunset Arctic Games Grand National Series. All right, back here at Martinsville Speedway, lap number 129 of 271 laps to go. We'll get the 1 to go signal next time by. Again, appreciate Sunset Arctic Games for sponsoring the series all season long. And rumor has it we could be seeing an appearance from the man behind Sunset Arctic Games, Dakota DeMay, at Watkins Glen here in a couple weeks. As you know, if you watch the broadcast a lot, Dakota DeMay runs in a couple of the IndyCar series and is a big fan of the road courses. So he might make an appearance at Watkins Glen in the series. So looking forward to maybe having him out here on track for a race or two. As pace car pulls off, Dylan leads back to the green flag. As Billoff's going to go to second. Battle on back here for the fourth spot. Andy Moore coming back through the field. Ahead of Ryan White now. We got to keep an eye on the fresh tires here. Just now, Sean Peachin and Cedric Ingram pitted at lap 126. So now they are down to one set of tires, I believe. Sean actually might be, yeah, he'll have one set left, I believe. For the fourth spot. Drift right there behind them. In the sixth spot, Ryan drives her back in there. Oh, and Drift goes around turn 2. 62 of Perry goes around also. 7th caution. Drift is going to want to forget about this race. What happens at a 14. Oh, Ben mistimed it, got in the back of Drift and sends him packing. One of those deals, he just mistimed it. Unfortunate deal there. So Brian Perry just goes around. Oh, and he gets T-boned by Ralph. Ben and Ralph going to come to pit road here at 136. Atlanta Motor Speedway going to be next week. And we'll take the week off. And again, as I started to talk about earlier in the broadcast, working on a big project that I hope to be able to finalize tomorrow and be able to put out there to you guys. The one part I can tell you that is finalized is we are going to run, again, 2,400 miles at Charlotte Motor Speedway Memorial Day weekend. Now, I'm not going to run the Wednesday afternoon fixed race because I still do work that week. But I am going to run Thursday through Sunday, all 4 of those 600-mile fixed races. Going to bring back the old Captain Morgan car that I used to run that kind of led to the old Captain name. And we're going to go racing, and we're going to raise money for the American Cancer Society. So I mean, you think of some of the people off the top of my head. Of course, my father lost his life to cancer. So many people we've lost to cancer, and those who we know who are fighting it right now. I think of Pete Polini, a great person who I've met recently through iRacing and stuff. He's fighting this disease, and we want this thing out of here. And I'm going to do whatever I can do. And as racers, we can do whatever we can do to help find a cure for this whole thing. 60 laps to go back to racing with Dylan Alt leading this thing as he is dominated. And Cameron Ingram and Bill Alt continue to swap out the second position on restarts. And Ryan White back to the inside with Andy Moore. Now that time by, we had Drift, Ben Dunn, and Ralph Fasano come to pit road, and I think all those were to fix damage. Perry tries to run the inside here of Andy Moore. Drift back there, losing the spot to Ben. Cedric Ingram inside of Ryan White. Cedric with the fresher tires out of this battle here. Ryan's going to scoot up the track a little bit. Cedric's going to take the spot away. Sean Peach in here, and Cedric Ingram, as I mentioned, they put it at lap 126. They have about 20 lap fresher tires. Then the rest of these guys up here in the front, as Sean gets to the inside of Cedric right now and move him up to the 4th spot. Just shy of 50 laps to go. Cameron Ingram trying to hold off Bill Alt full position. And, Bill here been just fighting. And clean too. Got this battle up here for second. We got a battle back for 7th. One starting to shape up maybe for 4th there. A little spread out more for that 4th place battle. See them right there behind these two cars. Then I mentioned another fight coming back here 7th, 8th, and 9th. Brian Perry, Ryan White, Andy Moore, Ben Dunn. Second, Bill Alt. Going to make the pass on Cameron Ingram. Move him up P2. Cameron has not given it up. Here comes Peachin with the fresher tires. Bill trying to get away as Sean makes the pass. Here comes Cedric on his son, Cameron. Now 4 out of the top 5, all family members. The Alts and the Ingrams. I was thinking about some others in the commercial there. You had, of course, Rudy and Aaron Cummings. Rudy, part of Max Speed TV now. Rudy used to run at Nordgar with Aaron, the Gear Jammer stuff. So that's another father-son combo, of course, that we are well known of. Of course, my father and I. I'm trying to think of any other father-son combos off the top of my head. I'll give it time. We're going to have plenty of father-son and even father-daughter combos on iRacing once our generations get up there. I'm pretty sure if I wanted to and my wife would let me, my daughter will be on here in the next 3 years at least. But, I mean, though you got to be 13 and over to race, I mean, let's face it, there's probably people on here who are not 13 years old racing. As Cedric gets past Cameron for position. Now look at the lap times right now. Sean Peachin is not faster than the Alt family, so I'll have to see if Sean can somehow gain some time here with the fresher tires. Burn him off trying to get through the field. Very entertaining race. I mean, yeah, we've had a few cautions and 200-lap race, but there's been plenty of battles, cars passing each other, just fantastic and respectful racing. Go back here as Andy Moore starting to put pressure on Ryan White now for the 7th position. Andy started on the pole and has led a few laps and went up and down the grid a little bit tonight. Oh, caution is out. Ralph Fasano has gone around the 51, the old Miami Hurricane mobile. Caution out with 40 to go. Now it gets interesting tire-wise. Dylan's going to come to pit road, going to bring Bill with him. Who has tires? Who doesn't? Cedric's going to stay out. So everybody but Cedric Ingram has come to pit road here. Dylan Alt's already won the race off pit road. again, tomorrow night we invite you to come join us for BPRL Racing, Blown Piston Racing League, the Wise Choice Contracting Series for 50 laps at Watkins Glen International tomorrow night. A wild truck race last night that had all types of action. Drift, who's in this race, ended up on top of another truck at the beginning of the race. There was a whole bunch of craziness. And, yeah. First time winner there. We'll be at Watkins Glen tomorrow night. Then Monday night, iRacing Truck Series. We'll be live at Richmond Raceway. We'll see you 7:30 for that one Monday night. Tuesday night, we'll be at Indianapolis Motor Speedway for TI's IndyCar Series and their annual, or their seasonal, I should say, 250-mile race. That'll be a fun one Tuesday night. And then Wednesday night, the Great Lakes Truck Series. They go to Atlanta Motor Speedway for race number 2 of their season, the Black Horizon Truck Series, which shout out to them, by the way. I saw a very good, cool tweet earlier, or a message from, here, I'll show you this real quickly while we're under caution still, as we get one to go. If I can get to it really quickly, I'll show this to you. This is a shot that Sam Barnes sent to me earlier today. This is on the big screen at Black Horizon Brewery. Yes, that is Captain TV's broadcast on the big screen. You can't, I mean, that's awesome right there. But here we go. Going to go back green. And going to get, I might have a little fun here with the driver for a second. He's going to burn me back, but I don't care. We're going to have a little fun. Hey, Ralph, I got to say, very Miami-like, you know, running good all night and can't finish. Here we go. We're going to get the green flag with 32 laps to go. Here we go. Ralph gives me beef. I'm a Florida State guy. Ralph's a Miami guy. Little right there. Good fun. As Alt gets back to the lead on the restart. Oh, and contact back here. Andy Moore gets turned, or almost gets turned. Drift and Sanzillo and all these guys almost hitting each other. I have a feeling that's going to cause a chair flip here in a few minutes from Andy. And now Bill gets in the camera, or Cedric sends him up the track. Uh-oh. I think the hats are coming off now. Oh, now Cameron gets in the Bill. Well, we haven't got to the ninth portion of the race. The freaks can't come out yet. That's awesome. Thanks, Matt. Sean up here in second right now. All these guys pitted at lap 163. And I have a feeling Cedric might be the one guy that's waiting for this race to go green for another 10 laps and come to pit road to get the final set of tires for him. I have a feeling he's that guy right now. Six to go. As Bill gets to the inside. Dylan has dominated the race as we expected. Dylan's been pretty fast all season, obviously. Bill here in second, Sean third, and then the battle now for fourth as Cameron's getting all wiggly. Couldn't think of another word that rhymes with wiggly. Got drift back here. Travis Zillow, Ben Dunn. Cedric now under attack from Brian Perry. Brian on his Twitch tonight, broadcasting tonight. Brian will make the pass for the sixth position. Trying to hold off Ryan White. Painting that curve with the left front tire and keeping it down there. That's the way you get around Martinsville. To go as Ben gets to the inside of drift. And the Kool-Aid Man slides up as he locks up that left front a little bit. Andy also gets past Sackley, for position back there, 11th. Ryan starting to put pressure on Cameron here now. So, and then Cameron goes up the track. Ryan goes with him. They both almost lock up the tires and slide up. Laps to go, laps about 20 to 21 seconds right now. Dylan Alt with a 6-second lead over his father, and then Sean Peach in there in third. Got about 3 seconds before he gets to Bill Alt. So Sean right now looking like a third place finish after at one point being 2 laps down in this race. And now Cedric under attack from Ben Dunn. The tire strategy, he's going to need a caution here really quickly if he's going to get a chance at the final set. Sean was 2 laps down after trying a strategy. He actually almost went 3 down. Got a caution and was able to fight back to the lead lap. We hit 10 laps to go. great fight right here. Cedric all over the back bumper of Ben. Oh, Ben's up against the wall. Cedric's going to try to make a move. As Ben tries to correct it, it's going to slide up the track. Here comes the 6. Now the 4 has the fresher tires here. And you see the leader right back here at the back of this pack. Oh, drifted to the back of the 4. Laps to go. Cedric's starting to get away now from Ben, so Ben might have roasted those tires, or maybe the damage on that car has hurt him. But this fight now continued for the 4th position. Ryan White all over the back bumper of Cameron Ingram. Not sure Dylan's going to get to these guys before the white flag. Fantastic race. It's actually been a great race to watch tonight. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed the broadcast. As we'll keep an eye on this fight. As here's Dylan Alt. Ben's about to win his 9th race in 10 tries. The only race he didn't win was Talladega, and that was his father who won. And he got wrecked on the last lap. So Dylan's had fun out here. Credit to him for helping out these drivers too. He's been trying to give them advice and helping them out with stuff. And the one thing though is the teacher's always going to win the battle when it's all over with. Dylan Alt, 9th win, comes to Martinsville. Bill finishes 2nd. Sean Peachin going to come around. He'll get 3rd. Pretty impressive we could do donuts in the garage area. Oh, let's take a look at the final finishing order. And there it is for you. Alts 1-2, Peach in 3rd, Cameron Ingram, Ryan White Brian Perry, Cedric Ingram, Ben Dunn, Travis Adzillo, Drift, Andy Moore, Zach Kalina, Ralph Fasano, the 13 finishers or racers in the race this evening. So good race when it was all over with. We're going to come back and we'll talk to the drivers and get ready for Atlanta Motor Speedway coming up next week here as you're watching Captain TV and the coverage of the Sunset Arctic Games Grand National Series. All right, back here at Martinsville Speedway. Normally, I talk to the top three. They got a little surprise coming here in just a second as Dylan Alt has won. I'm going to put that up there as you know he did not finish between 2nd and 13th tonight. With the win, but instead tonight, I'm just going to go up here into the driver chat channel with all the drivers and admins and figured that instead of interviewing Dylan, we'll just talk to everybody that's in chat here. And guys, not a bad race.
Yeah, it was good. It's hard to pass here. We're going in there, and it's hard to pass without bumping someone. And I know me and Cameron were fighting there for a while, doing good. Just I don't know how you pass here. I can't do it. So, and I felt terrible. I took out Cedric, and that's horrible. But,
well, the good news is Cedric can get his revenge later.
Yeah, that's what I told him. He owes me one for sure.
But no, I mean everybody did. I mean Sean, great job coming back from a tire strategy there.
Yeah, it was it's not an ideal situation. I'm not sure what happened. I got on the brakes when I was going under Ryan there, and it was locked up and hit the inside wall. So we were behind the 8 ball, but I knew I needed to get the fast repair as fast as possible so that I could, stop hemorrhaging time. And it just happened to fall into our lap pretty nicely.
And guys, everybody needs a duck right now. Andy's about to throw a chair.
It's frustrating way to end that race.
Yeah, bummer, dude.
I would say at least the top 6 car.
Hey, got top 13 out of it.
Got top 12 out of it.
That's what, fair point. Dylan, I know you obviously got the win, but the cool thing I've been seeing this week is the advice you were giving to some of these guys about trying to just showing them what you're doing to try to help them out.
Yeah, I probably should have sent like a video of doing a lap. Probably should do that next week.
Does that include the reverse burnout into the garage area?
I don't know. Maybe.
All right, guys. Well, we'll leave you guys alone. I'll come back and talk here in a second. But I figured instead of talking to Dylan, we'll talk to everybody at once. Something fun. What's that, Ralph?
Yeah, something different.
Are you bored talking to Dylan yet?
No, not at all. I find questions to ask Dylan. Like, has Dylan tried Dr. Pepper Zero yet?
No.
It's actually pretty solid. Not a bad drink. And I just thought about the fact that Dylan wasn't even born when the original Surge came out. But anyways, we digress. Good job, guys.
Yes.
Thanks, Chris.
All right, so that's Dylan Alt and others. That's who all did you hear there? Sean Peachin, Bill Alt, Andy Moore, all those guys. They were all in chat there. So, but what a race it was when it's all over with. And make sure you check out Dylan. Of course, he's out there running the Road to Pro, and he runs with Lowline Racing and all that good stuff there. So, what a great race it was. Fun race when it's all over with. I'm going to check out and go get some sleep because I'm tired. And I'm actually going to take my wife and child to the Georgia Aquarium tomorrow down in Atlanta. So I got to go put up with that traffic. It's going to be a lot of fun. Anyways, congratulations to Dylan Alt and everybody for racing. Fun race tonight here at Martinsville. Next week it will be the Atlanta Motor Speedway. And we'll get the entry list up there and do the draw next Friday night, of course, from getting ready for Atlanta, I should say. So, as always, appreciate iRacing for allowing us to broadcast here from Martinsville Speedway and for the platform they offer us. And thanks to Sunset Arctic Games for allowing us to, for sponsoring, I should say, the series and the awesome job that Dakota does with the Voltic Pistol game. And look for Echoblade coming in the summer of 2021. So a couple months here we'll be seeing that game in the very near future. Both fun ones or one is fun to play, the other one should be fun to play when it comes out. So with that being said, as I always like to say, remember, this isn't just a game, it's iRacing. Yep.
Next week, USRC heads up.
Let go of fear, you're holding the fire smoldering. It's starting all over again. I got a feeling that I ought to know it, burning inside. I got a feeling that I ought to know it, yeah. Every time I grip the wheel, I begin to feel I know what I'm in for. A white knuckle ride. You got a fix for me, you know what I need. Oh, it's a breakneck speed. Might as well enjoy the ride. The air around exploding, it won't slow me down.
We strong.
Ooh.